All right, so we are going to speak to Apostle Kusi-Appiah, our security expert, and also with the Knutsford University College. But before we do that, let me take a quick swipe into your mind of what has happened in the month for the past 2 months. Some experts are saying that the first quarter of this year has recorded 16 police brutalities already. Among them, we have one Albert Donko, who is said to be allegedly being killed by some police officers. And he allegedly mentioned to his friends that some police officer was involved in a robbery case. The policemen went for him at dawn in a private vehicle, and later we heard that the man died as a result of what? Firing guns or an encounter the police faced. And out of the people in the vehicle, he was the only person that the stray bullet caught. This is the... And a student, Victor Kwejo Owutu, was allegedly killed by a police while the youth of Nkranza were protesting over the killing of Albert Donko. And the clash between the youth of Akachi in the Volta region and the police led to the death of 2 people. Very recently, just last week, Monday, 30 students of the Islamic Senior High School also were rushed to the hospital because the police were called to come and stop them from demonstrating on the level of speed on their route. It is alleged just how they were throwing vehicles in some vehicle, among other things, but they didn't warrant the level of brutality meted at them. Apostle, good evening. How are you doing? Apostle, good evening, sir.
Good evening, my brother. How are you doing?
I'm doing fantastic, but not too well. Looking at this is the other regional, but this regional is a Percival, so not the regular regional. Do you know? I trust you can hear me clearly, sir. Okay, your line is not favoring me. I can't hear you from my side.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I think I can hear you now. If you can speak a bit louder for me, it will be fine.
Hello, is it okay now?
It's fantastic, Apostle Kusi.
Okay.
I'm saying that this is a different regional, not the usual regional, do you know? This is a regional festival.
Yes, sir.
All right. I believe that this police brutality is not new in Ghana now, because we've recorded about 61 in the year 2020 when we were having our presidential and parliamentary elections, among other things. Year on year, it keeps increasing. What can you say on the face value is accosting to this increase in level of police brutality? Is it that the police is beyond reproach, or you would allude it to the too much local manufacturing companies of firearms in Ghana?
All right, let me say a very good evening to Service Grace of Adoa TV. Right now, I see this is something personally, because of the training we do for police personnel. We've been, for that support. You know, the police, if you look at how they are recruited, it's a major problem now. And also the training given to them is another factor. The unfortunate thing is, I was even sharing this recently with somebody, that look, we have a new IGP who is determined to transform the service. But I believe that it's not just about interdicting officers, which is now the order of the day. The mistake, a little mistake an officer does, you go on interdiction. But to have men on the ground who are making mistakes over and over, it should be a cause for alarm. You should not know that there's something missing. For how long are you going to interdict? Are you going to interdict all the officers? Since IGP took over, I can tell you, he has interdicted hundreds of personnel for various offenses. There's a problem. And the problem stems from the fact that there are many of them who have, after training or after passing out from the training school, they have not had any refresher course. So the same old training that they had, that's what they're using now. And I don't think we should expect anything better from them. It is because if you look at what is happening now, from our transition from the police force to the service, where crowd control, the techniques that were used some years back, it's changing because the police are now being trained to have that kind of relationship with civilians.
The human relation aspect.
Yes, in the past, there's brutalized civilians, and nobody could say that. But you have transited from being police force into police service. Unfortunately, crisis management. We are just going to beat people. Example is what happened in Kumasi and just recently. These students, as soon as they saw the police car, were even running away. Imagine you are an officer, you are going to the crowd. You get there and the people are already running. What is the rational thing to do? They went ahead to start shooting and beating the students. That should start the whole step of the class. You understand? The whole system, the police force system, is for the reason. So I will say from the start, look, we have a problem and the solution or the approach. Our ICP, our people that for doctor is abusing to me. Introduce on the program, let me say this. I was doing some analysis on television. So whenever you are doing analysis of the situation, we have two main ways of doing analysis. Instead, you are using what we call the rotten apple approach. The rotten apple is where you are looking at individual evidence which are rotten and you begin to pick them out. There's another analysis approach that we call rotten barrel analysis. But if you have a rotten barrel, no matter or it doesn't matter how clear a water is, if you pour into that water, it becomes polluted. That is the kind of thing we are. The service that is wrong is due to poor training. You understand? Poor training because for years, it's not restructured our training methodology. They're using the same old thing. Can you imagine people go for training and they even have the opportunity to go down once in their lifetime as officers? So what that is once, they use mortgage data for all the kids, then you have to fire once, then you are subject to come and turn things down and protect the land with it. Then we killing them with it. So we should have restructured our training methodology to be able to meet with the new trend. You understand? Because there's not been any single day that we have people have gone for demonstration, then we don't have issues. Anytime people go for demonstration, we have issues. So we need to sit down and look at the issue where
Apostle, in calling for the restructuring of the training and maybe to some level the recruitment processes of the police service, who does it lie with? Does it only lie with the conversation we are having on TV like this, or the police themselves? Haven't they realized that there's a need to transform the level of training being meted out to their recruits, because we've moved from the era of a police force to a police service where human relation is now very keen? Who does it lie with?
So now it starts with the police itself, and we are more grateful and happy that we have a very dynamic ICP now who is trying to change the face of the police. So unfortunately, like I said, let me say this. I had a conversation some time ago, making some proposals and the rest. One officer, I was in the service, said something, look, sometimes when they call for the pressure for really for the top hierarchies, the commander, the regional commanders, the district commanders, they don't take up for the training. That was the kind of fear you were going. Even our officers are not coming for the training. So how much more the young ones? So you see, there's a problem. There's a problem. Because training, at least if the officers are being trained, they cannot trickle down to the junior ones. Even the those are the top commanders are not coming for training, for the better so they wouldn't come. So they ask this matter for the police system.
But don't they have internal disciplinary measures to check out that if we are organizing refresher courses for servicemen and women and you refuse to come, this is because the refresher courses is to help you know modern ways of policing.
The refresher course itself is a program, like I said, they are not even doing it. And unfortunately, the things they are doing, most of the commanders are not even coming for the training. That's the challenge. Which I believe that the police need to sit down, because most of them are complacent. They just assume that it's all about what we know and we get us to. Look, things are changing. Things are changing. In the time of Brazilian react some years back, it's different. People are watching all kinds of movies. People now can handle guns and all kinds of things are happening. So if you sit down and want to use the old method to control the millions who are now highly skilled with weapons and the rest, you can get the desired result. So I believe it is time that the ICP, that one of the things we appear to started something called the police transformation time ago I was on your station and I said seemingly politics among the IGP themselves is a problem. Every IGP who comes around comes with his own agenda. If you remember, IGP Alasa came with visibility.
Yes.
That's when he left. Visibility now began to go down. Then Kudama came with his own vision. As soon as he left, everything went down. Then as he came with transformation agenda, as soon as Okobodu came, everything went down. And now we have a new ICT. And that's what this factor, I believe there is a holistic approach. If you are building a system, you need to work on the system one before you need to take up any new one. But you don't come you don't come and try to destroy the one that your predecessor started and try to do something new.
If it's happening this way, Apostle, permit me, sorry to cut you. Then what is the work of the police commission? Because the police commission, one way or the other, is seeing some of them are permanent. They have seen the IGPs come in and go. So if the commission of the police commission, council of police, anyhow they call the top hierarchy council, they are there. Why don't they try to streamline a particular approach where they would try to have a police development or police systeming approach where any IGP that comes in can follow from? Other than that, the challenge you've made mention of will continue and linger on forever.
Unfortunately, our major problem or the major problem that is faced the police itself is stemming from the police council. And that is where the whole problem is. You understand? I'm talking about it that the earlier we do something about the council itself, the better, because we have civilians as politicians who are in charge of our services. Most of them don't know anything about security. So for instance, look at the council itself. The council is made up of 10 people who are supposed to chair the affairs of the council. Now the number one on the council, that is chairman, is the vice president.
The vice president.
How much money does he have about security? That's the person. Now the second person is the interior minister. That's another person. The third person is attorney general. That's another person. Then we have the ICT, who is chosen by the president. So these four people automatically are chosen by the president. Then the constitution said that we choose another two people to join. So out of the 10, we have 6 people representing the president on the council. That is where our problem is. So if you are bringing any decision that will help the service, you have civilians set themselves on a security agency. That is the problem. So, and unfortunately, the ICT is already have a tenure of office. You want to treat your anyone. Which means the president can just step up today and say, you are fired.
I don't want you anymore.
So if you bring anything, they say you are not following or you are not taking it, you can't say anything because the time you try to push it, you can be fired.
Are you suggesting that then there's a need to make the police autonomy on its own, devoid of the involvement of political power?
You see, so I will tell people that as much as I don't have a problem with president choosing the ICT, the first thing everybody needs to work effectively is the future of anyone. That we can first of all propose that if we are chosen or appointed as an ICT, you are going to be 4 years mandate or 8 years mandate. That gives you some form of security. And unfortunately today, the recruitment process is flawed by politicians bringing their people. So imagine an officer or somebody does something. You guys think of why because matter safe. So it's a challenge. The whole thing. So I think we should start from calling for the president or the statement of the constitution, the parliamentary or whoever they need to set a formal proposal or come out with a tenure of office for the ICT so that it can have the project work. They are the 50% know what we need to do to build a better security for us. Then the politicians who know nothing, yes, we are the ones who tell me or taking the state and the work now disaster the city. And we are now, unfortunately for us, we are politicians carrying it on TV and hope of the number of people they be able to push into the city services. And I tell you that we need to rise up because that's where things are going. If you have politicians pushing their people into the service and they are the people in charge of the service, then we should be accepted this because whatever you do, the ICP cannot do anything about it. He needs to protect his job because he can be fired at any time. You understand? So it's a problem. The whole system has to operate it. It's a big problem, and I think that they are sitting on the high moment. That you see, those who are supposed to talk are not talking. That the respect of the society.
Apostle, when you say those that are to talk are not talking, whom are you referring to as they?
The person is what is happening just this year alone. Let me reflect the memory of your listeners or viewers. Just this year alone, 6 February, there was a clash between the police and civilians at Lamashigu in the northern region.
Yeah.
People died, most people were injured. Just after February today for Akatse, police down just one into civilians, 3 people.
Yeah.
So some, the youth grew up and the police clashed with them. Some people also died. Just after that, in 2000 years, we know about other social issues.
Yeah.
So people, our youth, were losing our youth. So no plan on. That's because some of them are fighting for their rights, and the police who are supposed to protect us are killing these innocent souls. The second person is who are those to speak. If you are talking, it's a very good person, then I believe that every individual in this country must rise up to speak, especially those who are protecting us, from the parliamentarians to our chiefs to our clergy. You need to rise up and so all the people belong to.
The Speaker of Parliament is quoted to have added his voice to this matter, where he has cautioned the police themselves to be very careful on the level of brutality that they are meting out. And in fact, is quoted to have said that police brutality will no longer be tolerated. Abatumani Bagbing. So it's not that people are quiet entirely. Somebody has spoken like Speaker.
We need to channel our energy to the right purpose. And that starts from me ensuring that the ICP has a security of anyone. Because he is a head, and yet it's like somebody who has been asked to be a church and they don't have any church to sit on. Our ICP is angry, he doesn't have a church. So it's not about you saying that we can't tolerate this. I want to go to be a speaker. I'm going to call for the ICP to be fired or what. He needs to start speaking the right language. Let's start from somewhere, and I believe that I said, he needs a security of anyone for our ICP. So that he can fight the if not, because now we have a lot of information that are business information. Even the training, the we are training our security personnel, the police. It can tell you what is happening there. See, the effect of the left I see, sometimes you meet some of it, and they tell us, you have people who are going and saying some of the basic rules at the training centers. And you can't even speak as an officer because before you say that, a call comes from a big man. I just say, some women were even caught dealers, anything in one of these people. And I tell you, the officer who caught them, by the time she reported sexual assault, because these people are caught to the outside. And they're supposed to be our phones. So that I was able to talk. From the basic foundation, it's there. Training center, they can't even ensure discipline there. So how much more they come out? He was the discipline has stuff for the training center. He has a problem now, like I said, the politicians who are in charge are the ones who are pushing their people into the Senate.
I'll be speaking to a politician soon to respond to some of this. But my final question for you is we are looking at how best we can reduce the level of police brutality in the system. You've made a very solid point by looking at the tenure of the IGP in the way of making it a bit constitutional and fixated. We have also looked at, you've always said matter of the police council has to be reviewed in the manner that it does not become too much representational of the president, where they themselves don't even have security intelligence, among other things. Finally, how can we reduce the level of brutality in the system by ensuring that police handle or find alternative means of handling certain situations, like maybe they've seen a riot, a demonstration, among other things, in a civil manner without resorting to brutality or force? How?
All right. So I think with the issue of brutality in itself, personally, I've also indicated that the civilians, or we the civilians, also need to be blamed for sharing. Because if you are going for demonstration, you have to also understand that you have laws, you have public order.
Exactly.
That stipulates how you need to behave. You can't go for demonstration and start burning eyes on the road. You can't go for demonstration and start throwing stones at the police who are called to come and protect you. And ask COP to do what they said. The grounds that are given to them is not meant to shoot animals. It's meant to protect you. So if you become a rebel, the guards will turn at you. So be the civilian. So if you remember, during the extra issue, the committee who sat down made some recommendations. And let's quote the second recommendation. Personally, I believe it should move beyond extra to all other parts of the country. The second recommendation says that we further recommend that the National Commission for Public Education should intensify its public education in relation to the rights, obligations, and civic responsibilities of the people of Extra. This I believe we can take the people of Ghana. The idea is that as much as we have rights, we should also know that the obligation. It's our obligation as citizens to protect the properties of the nation. So you don't go out of your anger, you don't go for demonstration, and you are not throwing stones or fighting the city, and destroying property. The people need to protect human beings and what I think. That's their job. If you take their mandate, they are supposed to protect life and property. So if they are come to protect you and protect to destroy property, if they are mandate also to protect that property, that's what they have to fight you. So we need to also educate the civilians. Because we check the confrontation is too much. We have almost every time when people go for demonstration, we end up confronting and security personnel, which we must also speak against. That look, you have the right to demonstrate, but you also have the responsibility to protect the properties of the nation. So that's very important. Then also, like I said, we need to quickly look at, now there's a mistrust and lack of confidence for the security personnel. They don't have trust for them anymore.
Yes.
So the police need to have received their image in that regard. And I will say that, look, for the time, talk about arms. When it's the civilians going for arms in order to protect themselves, it's not a stuff from the fact that most of the civilians don't have trust in the judicial system. Because you see, the whole criminal justice system don't end with the police. When police make arrests, they need to send them to court. But when the people don't believe that justice will be fair, they try to protect themselves. So you see, those are the challenges the police is facing now, apply their own issues. And that aspect that is fueling this problem in the judicial system. Most people don't have trust in the judicial system, which the judiciary also needs to take up, especially after the announced expose. I don't think they've done enough to regain their image. And all these account for some of this is done. We believe that if you got a program, we do something to you, I report you, and you don't get the justice that I need. Therefore, let me take the long speech now. I think it's all right. But people need to have confidence in the judiciary, and they also need to have confidence in our city personnel. So I believe we need to sit down and look at it politically, from we the civilians to the police and also to the judiciary. Let's all sit up. Let's all be responsible. Don't go for demonstrations and in your mind you want to attack police. They need to protect themselves also. You shouldn't forget that. There is no risk like that. So if you stand against them, the ground will also be stand against which we are calling against or we are sitting against. So we all need to sit up and be responsible.
We all need to sit up and be responsible. I like the fact that we've been able to marry the fact that citizens really do have rights. But in ensuring that they exercise or they enjoy those rights, there's a level of obligation attached to it. Kudos on that particular one. But I want to know, you made mention of self-defense, that self-defense has been one of the reasons why people are now, we see people bracing firearms to protect themselves, and then the lack of confidence, one in the police system and also in the judiciary. But should that be a necessity to have too much of firearms in the system?
You see, all it comes to having that's why the state have a law governing that aspect. You have people that you can have the processes that you need to go through to acquire guns. But unfortunately, in our part of the world, this country that we live in, there are lots of illegal arms in the hands of people, like I said. And the reason are many. If you check tribal conflict is on the rise. Currently, at the moment, you have to know the issue there. Other points where you have this flash, where you have this tribal from that, also account for people having guns. So, one track against the right at the day and start shooting. You know the story, I mean, up north.
Yes.
And also some part of the Brutality.
South, yeah.
So that's one of the reasons many people. So, and unfortunately for us, some of the people are close to the border. So the Burkina Faso and those, so it's easy for them to apply down from there. You understand? And we have politicians also. That last month, you know, it's still recent. And a current chairman of NPT was arrested because there's an alert, and three people were arrested with guns, and they alleged that it was left for this apparent. Initially, they say, I think currently, I don't know whether they have remanded or no. There are politicians also who, for their own personal interest, are just trying to protect them for whatever reason they have. You understand? So, we are part of the reason following this kind of behavior. So, like I said, we need to also have a system where we can believe in our security personnel.
Right.
And one of the things added, one of the reasons why this brutality, if you want to stop it, one thing you need, which we call several, is that we need an independent service to check this brutality. You can't have police checking their own people. And there's an assumption that will cover them. You know, let me quickly say this. You know, we did Apache. I don't know whether you heard of the Apache incident where the police run into the train.
Yes, with a motorbike into the civilians. Yes.
Just after that accident, they realized that they are quickly going to repair the van and say this. That is an issue on board now.
All right.
Even the police know that reporting a crime is a criminal offense. Yet the police service involved in an accident, and they quickly went to repair the van. So how do you now? Where is the evidence?
The evidence has been concealed. It's hidden. There's nothing. Apostle, thanks for your time. We are very grateful for the conversation there, and that is Apostle Kusi-Appiah. He's a security expert and with Knutsford University College. I have a politician on the line, and not mean of a politician. He happens to be a former policeman, and he's the member of parliament for West, Honorable Peter Lanchini Tobu. I hope I got the name right. Honorable, good evening. How are you doing? I'm well. I trust I got the name right.
Yes, Lanchini, that's correct.
All right.